Hello, I'm Tina Jennings. Now, have you seen the forecast for the next couple of days? Oh, talk about a beautiful weekend. Let's make it even better with some events from Greg Curtis.
Oh, it's so good. Oh. It's so good. I mean, yesterday, Punxsutawney Phil came out of his little groundhog hole, saw his shadow, and what happened? 6 more weeks of winter. If this is 6 more weeks of winter for us, bring it.
Bring it. Not everyone in the country feels this way.
No, they don't.
No, we're very, very lucky.
We are so blessed.
And with that nice weather, a lot of things that happen outside end up coming to Tucson.
This is a great time to be outside.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, our weather is the reason that you have things like one of the events we're going to talk about here, the MLS Major League Soccer preseason happens here in Tucson. Why? Because the guys get to wear their shorts and run around on the grass out there. They're not fighting ice and snow and blizzards and whatever else is going on. So we have some pro teams that are already here. There'll be more coming. But for this weekend, the Seattle Sounders and the Portland Timbers are going to be competing at the Keno Sports Complex North Stadium tomorrow night, 6:30 game. And this is, I mean, these guys are some of the biggest names in soccer.
Yeah.
If you ever watch the World Cup action, when those guys aren't playing on those national teams, they're playing in MLS.
Right.
And have them end up here in Tucson at this time of year. It's awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool to be able to say you went here, saw them play, and then when we do get into that big soccer, frenzy, you'd be like, yeah, I saw them.
Exactly. You know, the Clint Dempseys, and I mean, a few years ago, we had David Beckham.
Yes.
Was here in town, and I mean, it's that caliber of players that come to Tucson to
take advantage.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking advantage, this everyone, of course, knows that this is like gem and mineral time.
Of course.
But everybody needs to know, what's going on, what days, all that other good stuff.
And there's so many things to check out and do. 40 different shows, dozens of venues stretched all across the city. So, and we're running through, I think it's next weekend, February 12th. So a list of shows and venues, TucsonGemShows.net. We've also listed that at MIXfm.com if you can't remember the exact address, because it can be a little bit confusing. You don't know where to start.
Yes.
You don't know which shows are open to the public and which ones are open to the vendors. All of that is listed for you there, because we understand it can be a little complicated.
It is.
But such a cool time of year to go out and see this stuff, because look at that.
I know.
Those things came out of the ground.
I know. All the women are like, honey, you want to go to the gym?
Absolutely.
Go look at some jewelry.
Exactly. Mrs. Grant and I were talking on the air at MIXfm yesterday, and she said, Valentine's Day is coming up. This would be a good time to go out and get something nice.
Yes.
This is a good way to do that.
Guys, get the brownie point.
Yeah. Right. We're just trying to help.
Just trying to help you out.
Trying to help you out. Speaking of which, there are a couple other events that are connected with Gem Show. One is the 16th annual Flame Off.
You have to say it like that.
Yes, you do. Well, look, you're playing with fire. Somebody's going to get burned. But in the process, they're going to make some really cool stuff. They work with glass, so you can see them bending it and working it. This is a really cool show, and it only happens during Gem Show time. This is actually one of the coolest events associated with the Gem Show. 18 different glass artists will be competing in front of a live audience. Beer, wine, food trucks for the people in attendance. Obviously, you probably don't want to be drinking and working with the flames.
Right?
Keep your beverage away from that. Man, flambe.
Flambe. This is really cool. They came on our show and they did a little demo for us.
Man.
I was like mesmerized.
Of course. I mean, I can't stop watching the video that you got going right there. That's just amazing. I mean, I've seen glass blowing before, which is also really cool.
Yeah.
But those flames, I feel like I'm standing at the back of a jet airplane or something like that. That's awesome. Anyway, that's tonight, 7 to 11 p.m. SonoraandGlass.org if you want more on that. Here's another one that I didn't even know existed. I've been in this town a long time. I was born in this town. I'd never heard of the Gem and Jam Festival. Have you heard of that?
Jam as in like what you put on your peanut butter and jelly, or like music?
As in like shake your booty.
Ah, that kind of jam.
Yeah, this is cool. And talk about all kinds of different artists. This happens out at the Pima County Fairgrounds. I know.
This is awesome.
I'm telling you. And these are national acts that come here, all different styles: electronica, rock, hip hop, bluegrass, funk, jazz, trip hop. It's like all going on out there. People are camping out there at the fairgrounds. I know, they've been doing this. This is the 11th year they've been doing this. I never even knew it existed until this year. So I feel like I'm totally out of the loop. But bands and groups coming from Colorado and California and New Orleans, and one of the guys who plays in the band, the jam band Fish, is fronting a band.
Really?
Mike Gordon will be there. Yeah, I mean, it's like, this is national talent coming into Tucson. Why? Gem Show brings everybody out.
It's because
Put on
everyone.
a cool concert.
Good to know.
Yeah, cool.
Let's kind of stay on that music tip, though. Is there something that I would be really bad at that's coming? I cannot
You know what
sing.
I see for you? More cowbell.
More I can do the I can do cowbell.
I know, you'd be all over that. That and triangle.
Triangle. I cannot sing.
The 5th annual Campfire Singalong, I think is what you're referring to.
Yes.
And who doesn't like to sing when you get around the campfire? Well, me, because I'm eating a s'more usually. It's tough to sing when you're stuffing your face. But here's what you do. Bring some acoustic instruments, anything you got, all shapes, all sizes, welcome. Bring yours, you're free to join in the jam. This is a free event too. And where does it happen? At Valley of the Moon, which is, kind of central.
Yeah.
So that could be kind of fun, kind of unusual. And like we said at the beginning, the weather's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
So it won't even be that cold even after dark.
And if you have a cowbell, bring it along.
Exactly.
Great, Curtis.
You mind if I root for my Patriots before we go?
Oh, what?
That's what I'm talking about.
I was wondering what that hat was.
That's what I'm talking about. Go
You
Pats!
Snuck that in. Well, you guys at home, you can listen to 94.9 MIXfm every weekday morning to catch Greg and Mrs. Grant on the Morning Mix. To learn more and all that information we were talking about, go to MIXfm.com. Now, for our show, as always, we would be glad to mention your event next Friday. Just send a message to our Facebook page with all of the details. You crack me up.